gonna kill my dogs. You have to sandpaper your balls.
Now you must die along with the guy.
Shit, yeah, sweet ass over here.
Oh no.
I heard you talking shit! I forgive but never forget. Remember these words.
Hello, me again. Nijisanji hates. Face Connect, the best VTuber corporation, the sad girls company with the Menhera women. Why are they known as the sad girls company? Because they bully and scream at their poor fish CEO, Sakana. Fishman hate.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? I was waiting. I'm literally recording with my phone this conversation. Oh my god, finally gonna say nothing. You said nothing. You don't even remember.
Face Connect has more flavors of mental illness than there are flavors of ice cream. You've got the stinky 4chan Yabbit flavor in Pipkin Pipper, brewing up slurs and screaming about how the government is run by lizard people.
All I said to her was, "Hi, Peppa. What is it, Chloe?" Members of the CIA specifically, and then more loosely refers to any other federal agent. You know how IRL government agents will infiltrate protests? Online they do it too, and you can call them out by saying stuff like it glows in here and not falling for their bait. They got these psychological operations on a federal level, and this example is not exactly that, but you know how an oil baroness paid some protesters to...
Then you've got Dizzy Dokuro and her love of little boys. Her name is almost certainly on Epstein's list.
Yeah, hey kid, bring that sweet ass over here.
You've got incest, borderline Vtubing Menhera from Rihimemimimimimimia. I can't say her surname. The most royal of V singers.
We're not gonna go all the way? You don't wanna go all the way? Think about how good it would feel. How taboo, but how satisfying.
Then you've got the unrestrained rage from Tenma Mamie and her fishman hate.
What is that supposed to mean? Oh, she's a perfect idol and she doesn't talk. The fuck? The fuck? Am I not idol enough, Sakura? Huh?
You are. You're the perfect idol.
I'm a perfect idol!
And you've got Kaneko Lumi and her slur-throwing, conservative, tradwife values and hatred of communism that would probably spare her from being sent to the fucking moon by a drunken 1950s husband.
Name something that you beat.
I have an answer, but I think it's really bad.
What?
Which one? What do you want to say?
Uh-oh.
Can I say it?
We can say whatever you want.
You can beat your wife.
He'd probably send her back to where she fucking came from, Jalise Star 667C, the literal illegal alien. Have we seen her green card? Is she a citizen of the US? And then you've got Leah.
I've only known about Thresh for a month, but if anything happened to him, I would literally kill myself. Or I'd kill him and then myself. Look at him! It's just the side of his head, but... He looks like he works at the morgue. Bro, that's what makes him so fucking hot.
But do recent developments in Face Connect signal the death of the Sad Girls Company and birth of a new, unorthodox style of VTubing idols? In this video, we're going to take a look at how the organisation and some of its VTubers has changed over time, and we're going to speculate on what's going to happen in Face Connect in 2024. The CEO of the company, Sakana the Fishman, and the founding talents themselves have been quite open about their perception of the company in the early days of 2021. essentially saying that no one really knew what the hell they were doing. Anyone even vaguely presentable was hired to serve in Generation 1.
Complete accident. It was not like this in the first year. All right, you weren't here for that. But the first year, holy shit, it was bad. Sakura cannot be trusted to run a company alone. All right, he needs a lot of staff. I'm outing our boss. He's probably sitting there like, no, Pippa, what are you doing? You can't Pippa the brand.
Arclights, what did you say about Pippa? I don't think she'd be a good hire. To summarize it, I don't think she'd be a good hire. I mean, you've proven me wrong.
Thank you. I think from like an objective standpoint though, like you were right? Like it was
a risk.
Like,
it was a risk, but he took that like leap of faith, and obviously it paid off. So like, cheers to that.
And this certainly shows in the makeup of Phase Connect's Generation 1, which is incredibly incoherent. There's no real sense of, sisterhood or partnership as a greater generation. Pippa and Tenma have one, Aruka and Tenma have one, but that's kind of about it, really. You've got Aruka, the say-so musician VTuber, Pippa being, at the time, an unskilled 4chan NEET, 3 say-so Japanese VTubers who everyone, including Sakana, seems to have forgotten about. You've got Tenma, the hilarious angry fox with a sweet side and good gaming skills. And then you've got Leah, the weird Zoomer degenerate who can just talk and tell stories extremely well. I get the impression that during the early days, Sakana was very pleased to use the yabai antics of Pippa, Leah, and to a certain extent Tenma in order to capitalize on the 4chan support and help boost the organizational profile until he was prepared to build his ideal creation. Or maybe he just had no idea what direction he wanted to take FaZe in the first place. But do they still care about the more schizo demographic now? I don't really think so. It looks like everyone is shifting towards becoming a more contemporary style VTuber with the music, group projects, and silly skit stuff. The hiring of truly broken, edgy girls is very few and far between now. They seem to be more serious, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Beat you up. And then it happened. And then his purse got stolen, chat. This fine gentleman, this is what I'm talking about. It's a very expressive, creative, barrel of people. Show the pic of Ralph comparing himself to Ryan Gosling. They're twins. They're spitting images of each other. They look just like each other. You can't tell them apart.
I like to be celebrated when I accomplish something. Not when I just, like, do something stupid or it's, like, one of the obligated holidays and like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, to be rewarded for existence feels condescending, but to be rewarded for an accomplishment is like, yeah. I don't like watching your guys' clips. Because it's always the crazy shit that I say that gets clipped, and it always has, like, really, like, Pipkin Pippa kicked out of restaurant for racism! And it's like, you didn't have to call it that. I know why you called it that. Man, they look bad optics-wise!
After 3 years of experience, success, and lots of bloody money, FaZe appears to be reorganizing itself into the Vtubing organization it was always intended to be, but also applying those learned lessons, choosing to keep some of the degenerate shit. I mean, the Menhera is still there, but they've grown up a little bit, it's becoming more sparing. But the Menhera is no longer the focal point. They are going into 2024 with guns blazing like Pippa in a Walmart.
I'm gonna fucking shoot up a Walmart!
Generation 3 debuted towards the end of December 2023 with a professionalism, marketing campaign, and production value at the standard you would expect from Hololive, Nijisanji, and VShojo. No longer the uneventful PowerPoint presentations of old, VTuber new hires no longer lack much in the way of, hard skills. You've got Muyu, who is a powerhouse and natural entertainer, rocketing to success. You've got Amy Isami, the super energetic hamster with a foul mouth. Hina, the loveliest bird with psychopathic tendencies, Cyceroxis, the silly dragon with a wonderful personality, and Rudy Ruse, one of the few VTubers out there who actually obsess over anime and talk about it on stream. All of them are multi-talented and industry veterans. If you want in FaZe Connect now, you'd better bring something special to the table and ideally be an all-rounder.
Who dares cross the threshold into my malevolent abode? Hail, O misfortunate ones, and be afraid, for you have found favor, but not with any god. Behold, your newfound source of hopeless pleasure and blissful escape. It is I, the Black Rose Apostate, Queen of demonic runes, wielder of the darkest magics.
Hi everyone. Nice to finally see you all. I gathered you all here today to go over some top secret files I found down in Sakana's basement. That's right, the exact same basement that we were all locked up in. I thought it would be fun to share. Plus, having blackmail material on Sakana is always a good thing. Yeah. Okay, so let's get to it before Sakana gets back and box the heck out of me.
Although joining FaZe Connect isn't going to make you anywhere near as successful as Hololive and Nijisanji, but it does make up for that in the lack of pressure relative to the expectations placed on Hololive VTubers who have to be able to speak Japanese, be able to sing and dance and do all sorts of wonderful leading edge idol activities. And of course Nijisanji is basically a sink or swim organization that only cares about money and has a very serious problem with its English language management culture, which causes a higher than normal level of graduation. It appears that in FaZe Connect that despite the mental illness of some of its VTubers, they are generally speaking actually quite happy and morale is very high, which is nice to see. All 5 of the new girls from Generation 3 have come out of the box singing with an air of supreme confidence, grace and quality that has eclipsed everything else that the corporation has produced previously. More people have watched the Generation 3 debuts than Generations 1 and 2 combined. This is most likely thanks to the capitalization on advertising in Fillion's VTuber Awards and the more concentrated pre-debut marketing videos and animations. But I don't think it's just that. More and more people are starting to give FaZe Connect its long overdue credit. Sakana has definitely fixed his talents, and it's not going unrecognized by the greater VTubing community. FaZe even has its own internal music group now, called A Lure, or A Slur as I like to call it, comprised of Aruka, Lumi, Ember, Rie, and Irie.
Once you play good, they're gonna crumble.
The famous stinky 4chan Yabbit Pipkin Pippa herself is a good singer now and well on her way to the days of being an amateur joke of a company with its VTubers who can't really do much other than stream themselves playing video games and saying mildly based shit with the budget of a cheese and pickle sandwich. God, I love cheese and pickle sandwiches. You know the best way to prepare one is to leave it in like your backpack and let it get really warm for about 4 hours before eating it at about 12 in the afternoon in a field somewhere. And don't forget that you need to smash the ever-loving fuck suck out of it too. Squash that sandwich, get it nice and flat. Oh yeah, right, VTubing. Whilst the FaZe Connect team still have the iconic clippable moments of degeneracy and their spicy language, there aren't really that many genuinely broken VTubers in FaZe Connect anymore, and most of their new membership since the dark founding of Generation 1 are really quite tame. Yes, it's funny to see Amy refer to cucking, or of course everyone's favourite, sex, pussy, fuck blast!
Ah! Sex, pussy, fuck blast!
And it's funny to see Rie Himemia imply that every manager in a Starbucks coffee is a Vietnamese immigrant who can't speak English.
How do you talk to the manager when the manager only speaks Viet? Like, genuine question, do you speak Viet?
But these are bits, and they're done quite sparingly. It's not a core part of their viewing experience like it was with Pippa and Leah back in the day. Indeed, Pippa herself has mentioned that she doesn't want to be known as like the based, glowy bashing, controversial, edgy VTuber. As I've been saying for quite a while now, it's obvious that she really wants to be taken seriously as a professional entertainer and VTuber. The shock factor of Pippa's old glowy rants, jabs at Congress and the government, and the conspiracies, or Leah's Leoness, or even Tenma's feral, slur-throwing, race-baiting, screaming aren't as frequent as they used to be. Pippa doesn't do this stuff as much as she used to. In fact, she often spends more time talking about introspective wholesomeness than she does anime or gaming. Tenma and Leah, they're still in the game, but the happy girls far outnumber the sad girls these days. These behaviours are barely present in Generation 2, FaZe Invaders and Generation 3. And when I say shock factor, I do mean shocking to the point of thinking, holy shit, is she allowed to say that? Is she going to get in trouble with management? What will Twitter think, I wonder? You know, not like that whole fake mad, fake lewding thing. That's kind of the thing that separates Leah and Pippa from some of the more Menhera VTubers from other VTubing corporations, is it's not an act, it's not a bit. It is very much part of who they genuinely are, which makes it so effective. For those of you who only watch a couple FaZe Connect VTubers, or maybe you just watch clips, then Tenma, Leah, Pippa, Lumi, Dizzy, Rie, and maybe Amy are the most consistently Menhera VTubers in FaZe Connect. I mean, they actually start and lead the crazy shit, not merely chasing trends or copying. So that's about 6 out of 20, maybe 7 out of 20, which is 30 to 35% of FaZe Connect if we ignore FaZe Connect Japan. With this rebirth of the brand and its new creative vision, FaZe Connect is clearly on a great crusade for 2024. It's mobilizing and going to war to establish itself as a dominant force in VTubing after a relatively sleepy couple of years. We've got collaborations with Hololive VTubers, you've got Leah, Rie, Ollie and Flayon Ex Machina, more focused activity from its existing VTubers who are now collaborating and doing group projects at an unprecedented rate. You know, actually building that generational teamwork that has been missing since inception. It appears that the company has recognized its key weaknesses and is now correcting their mistakes. A lot of money has been invested into marketing, new models and outfits, new VTubers, new production staff behind the team doing all the website, graphic design and art stuff, operations managers, and of course a new establishment in Japan. FaZe is debuting a new Japanese wave to bring the fight there, showing Sakana's want to continue his commitment to a vision of an expansive global corporation. We haven't seen Japanese VTubers in FaZe Connect since Generation 1, nearly 3 years ago now. This is not the direction a small amateur organisation would wish to take. He is ambitious. However, I think that FaZe Japan is maybe a bridge too far. I think it's too soon to expand there. I guess they have to start at some point though. I don't expect FaZe Japan to land anywhere near as strongly as FaZe Connect Generation 3 did in the English language region, because the whole scene there is incredibly more stable and established than it is in our toxic, incompetent piece of shit English language VTubing sphere. The culture is way different too, and standards are quite frankly much higher. The average Japanese V singer or artist is like easily top 5% relative to the English language equivalent. In the end, I guess I'll just have to trust in the plan. Sakana and co have an almost anime protagonist levels of luck and success. So let's review. Why is FaZe Connect a sleeping giant that has awoken? Well, the organization is clearly taking big steps to address their major flaws. The first being the disjointed and individualistic nature present in the generations. Before December 2023, I feel like FaZe Connect was a corporation of mostly loosely affiliated talents that sometimes hang out and have their own kind of preferential cliques. Like, when's the last time you ever saw Pippa or Aruka do a one-on-one stream together? They're supposed to be gen mates, and they haven't done anything between just the two of them, well, ever, honestly. They've always been part of a wider group. We've had multiple corporate-wide collabs in the last few months alone, with the Lethal Company streams and other shenanigans. The new Generation 3 girls are always hanging out together. This is good. You can't have an idol group consisting of excellent individual talents. You need to get them all together, acting as one coherent unit, and there's no more shock jocks, no more one-woman shows. Second, the idol stuff. There's more variety, there's more creative content with the music, the covers, the song productions. They're at an all-time high. It's readily apparent that most of the ladies have been practicing and building their skill set over the last year or two, and they've cooked. They're ready to start serving now. We're going to see Aelio be the front runner to this, to demonstrate that they are really capable of being an idol group, since it's comprised of FaZe Connect's best V singers. And third, we can see in the huge injections of money into a brand new English language wave instead of a brand new yacht like Nijisanji, with their fancy animated videos, a brand new division in Japan, complete with new Japanese VTubers and crew. FaZe is now a multinational organization, and they're gunning for the heartland of Japan, bringing the fight to Nijisanji. There is no base to this accusation. I have decided this is true. They've been building all this behind the scenes throughout 2023, and now it's ready to be unleashed. The timing is perfect, given the disappearance of Selen and crumbling confidence in Nijisanji EN. Perfect opportunity for FaZe to swipe in and take back some of that market share. And it's gonna hurt the Japanese market too, leaving a big chunk in the armor. Now, are they going to smash Nijisanji and take that coveted number 2 spot anytime soon? No, I think that's going way too far, at least for now. Nijisanji Japan is smooth sailing and almost untouchable. They may start to suffer as company confidence declines and Niji EN goes to pot, which it very well could do, because investors aren't going to want to shove lots of money into Nijisanji when a major regional area is collapsing. It affects the entire business, and it reflects poorly on the growth and management. You know, line go down. Niji EN can still reverse course and recover, even if Selen hypothetically left. Selen is no more Nijisanji than Pippa is FaZe Connect, really, as great as she is. Like, Nijisanji is run by complete Neanderthals, but I don't think even they are stupid enough to separate Selen on incredibly messy grounds. Now that would make course correction impossible. Nijisanji EN is still going to survive a year or two because despite the atrocious management, its talents are really good. You still got dearly beloved people like Rosami and Voxakuma, but as an organization, it's becoming stagnant and it's in very real danger. Not helped by the 2% cut talent skit on merchandise, and the organization also steals their YouTube plaques from 100k plus subscriber goals. In my opinion, that is literally theft, and it's an incredibly cuntish thing to do. Of course, there's also the lack of funding and support for individual projects like music videos and brand opportunities. The English language VTubing community and even Nijisanji's own VTubers are really unhappy with the state of affairs. Niji has a lot of VTubers, so it's going to have a higher than average number of graduations. However, it keeps losing its top talents, and people are starting to notice. You've got Mr. Rias, Nino Kosaku, Pomu, and the drama around Selen, the alleged stealth suspensions. The VTubing community is in full Niji management hate, and unless Nijisanji does something, they are vulnerable, and you will see more and more cultists, Niji sisters, whatever, open their eyes and realize, hey, Phase Connect, Idol, Prison Project, they're quite good as well, actually. They're really overplaying their hand as the HoloLive Reject Adoption Center. It's more like the V-Shoujo Waiting Room Center now. Phase Connect's main rival is Idol EN. There's some interesting movement with these guys too. They're merging into a group known as Brave Group, who also own VSPO, a Japanese idol esports VTubing corporation. What a novel concept, right? But it works. In terms of the numbers, Idol EN is bigger than Phase Connect, but their numbers are somewhat padded by how ridiculously good their VTubers are at YouTube Shorts and social media engagement. Their CCVs are on the same level as Phase talents of about half to a quarter of the subscriber levels, and this is because obviously short-term content and social media memes and cuteness very poorly translate across to the longer form streaming content. So my overall point is Phase Connect is moving in a new exciting direction, Idol is moving in a new and exciting direction, so those two are going to be fighting and jockeying for that true number 3 spot, number 2 spot maybe in the EN VTubing organizations this year, and it's going to be great. It's important to note as well that the talents themselves in all agencies, for the most part, wish each other nothing but the best. Many of them are friends and really enjoy each other's content, so they won't be seeing it as a war of direct competition, because for them it isn't. But as a fan, and from a business sense though, they are competing. Phase and Idol are going to be fighting for their market share in 2024, whether it's intentional or not, so we'll see how it goes. So what are my major predictions for Phase Connect in 2024? I think Leah is going to hit 200k subscribers, and it's going to be her year, the year of Leah. After being a part-time VTuber in education, she's taking a year-long break after completing an associate's degree to commit herself full-time to the VTubing for at least a year. Indeed, Leah herself has said on Twitter that she has been suffering from some form of idea, creativity and confidence issues. She's claimed that she's now reinvigorated and is good to go. If that is indeed the case, she's going to do great. She's below where she should be popularity wise, and lots of people have the wrong idea about her. Once they're more informed and more stuff keeps popping up, the community are going to see that she's not just some silly weirdo. Aruka has had a massive upgrade and it looks absolutely amazing. I love the Trash Bear. She's my 4th favorite VTuber. She's also another one busy with college, but I'm hoping with all the new upgrades and assets, it's an indication of new and exciting things for Aruga. I think she's going to hit 100k this year, assuming life doesn't get in the way. Tenma has done a lot of work to bring Aruka out of her shell over the years. She's becoming increasingly more confident. Aruka isn't a gamer, she doesn't really like them all that much, but she's been having fun with Power World. Her new outfit reveal and memes around her new great big honko-donko-badonkers and how she had to fight Sakana to get 2 breast reduction surgeries before the model sign-off has brought a lot more attention to her as well. I think Chisaka Airi, the most unappreciated and unrecognized talent in Phase Connect, is going to get her time in the spotlight once Phase music inevitably pops off. I don't think most people in the community even know that A, she's a V singer, and B, she's a fantastic one too. My Kamiyoshi Kaneko Lumi is going to get her 100k YouTube subscribers. She's finally going to get the YouTube play button. Even though YouTube isn't her main platform, I think she's going to consistently grow at a steady pace like always. She's not exactly a big shebang VTuber as such. She's more of a consistent entertainer. That said, I'm noticing how low effort clips is pushing the ever-loving How out of her more than usual these days, and the clip views are getting double the numbers you'd expect from Lumi clips about a year ago, so maybe she will finally get that recognition she deserves. Pippa is continuing her growth arc. She's basically unrecognizable from how she was 2 years ago. Even 1 year ago, really. She wants to hit that 500k YouTube subscribers. She's not going to hit that this year, but she is going to hit it at some point. Most importantly, the development in her singing and dancing is astronomical. Since Pippa the Ripper, I expect more covers and live performances and many happy Capipa lists. Tenma is Tenma. She's gonna do Tenma things like always. Muyu is going to soar by the end of the year. I think she's gonna hit 100k subscribers easy and be the fastest growing talent in FaZe Connect's history, since she's just a complete natural at VTubing. I'm not sure about FaZe Japan, as I said. I don't think it's going to fail, but I reckon it will be a while for that thing to stew. Rie Himemiya is popping off. She's doubled her sub count in 2023, most of that being towards the end of the year, as more people are recognizing she's more than just a V singer and ASMR queen. She's almost like a split personality of Leah, and she's hilarious. I think that's it for the major predictions, honestly. I'll be very happy to see the other talents get their time in the limelight, but I think things will be business as usual for them. Maybe something big will happen with Panko, as she's another great underrated talent. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. The new PC is good to go. I've got my own VTuber debut happening on the 1st of March that I need to prepare for. The next video will be on Damichi. I will see you then. Bye bye.